Terry, I think it's fair to say you can't start games like we started today's and expect to win them at the end of it.
You can't give teams 3 goals of a start, and it could have been more before half time. I don't know where that performance came from, I honestly don't. And you're looking at things and saying, well, we just weren't at the races. They've got a goal out of nothing in many aspects, although we don't stay with runners, and we're unlucky with the first goal. And then we have a pretty good spell after that, where I thought we knocked it about pretty well and got in behind them, but never really tested the keeper, never put really decent crosses in the box. And then we've crossed the ball from our right hand side, the keeper's caught it, and the next thing is in the back of the net. And then about 3 minutes later, then was 3-0, and it's like really not so much game over, but you have a whole mountain to climb. And so we just reorganised it a little bit in the first half, which was better. And then the second half, we said, right, half time rather, just said, right, this is what we're going to do. Bang, 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 let's be more offensive. We know that we're going to concede a bit of possession in terms of them getting forward, but we can win the ball back, then we've got more forward men on the pitch, so we can have a go. And we did have a go second half. We got a bit of pride back into the occasion, but it's too little too late to get the penalty, to get the goal. But though I felt we certainly should have had a penalty on the far side when the boys flicked the ball up. The referee had a clear view of it but didn't give it. So yeah, but there we are. I mean, it probably would have been a point stolen more than anything else, but at least we kept going to the end. That was one of the few positives and pleasing aspects of the game.
You did have to do a bit of reshuffling. Paul Hanlon missing out through injury, and Ryan McGivern came off pretty early. It doesn't help when you've rejigged the defence to start with. You had to change it again pretty early.
No, it was last man standing really, with Lewis having to go back, and we don't really want to give Alex Harris 90 minutes because you think, well, it probably wouldn't last 90 minutes, but he near enough did, and I thought he was excellent, and he'll benefit from that. He'll be stiff and sore this week, but so will a few others after the running that we'll give them during this next week. But no, Jason Cummings did well. Sam Stanton came on and did well. So the younger ones really showing the more senior ones that this is the way to have a go. And I think the older ones that can take a leaf out of their books and just say, right, let's have a go. And which we did in the second half. And you sort of think, well, if we started off like that in the first half, then perhaps the scoreline wouldn't have been the same. But it looks pretty tight on the scoreline. They've lost 3-2 at home, but in effect it wasn't until the last few minutes. So yeah, I only apologise to the Hibs fans because at the end of the day it's chalk and cheese. You look at the Hearts performance and the Hearts result to the one today, and it's two different teams as far as I'm concerned. And I've said in the press that if anything, there's a few players in that team in the first half were saying to me, look, I'm not good enough, can you go out and get some players in the January transfer window to replace me? That's what I thought. But the second half, they showed a bit of guts and a bit of spirit in the second half, which was pleasing.
You only had 6 players on the bench today. Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, I didn't think anybody else merited a place on the bench, so I didn't use that position up and send a signal out to 1 or 2 others. But we'll be short this week because of injuries. There's no doubt about that. But maybe we're going to have to work even harder now to get 1 or 2 in.
What's the situation with Paul Hanlon? A thigh strain, is it likely to keep him out longer term?
Yeah, he'll be about 3 weeks, so looks like he'll miss the Celtic game, and then we have a break after that with the match against Inverness being called off. So we have a 2-week gap then, and then we have the FA as a Scottish Cup tie against Wraith Rovers here. So we're optimistic he'll be back for the Wraith Rovers game. So he misses another game after this. But with Ryan McGivern's injury now, it looks like he'll be out for some weeks. We don't have our problems to seek in that area.
It's one area that the field that defensively you want to keep the changes there as minimal as you can, and it just disrupts things if you have to make them.
Any injury does, but particularly when you get 2 players down the left hand side, that's it's very see you boys, Tommy Crane, Danny Levin, see you boys, see you ball. When you get 2 players out from one sort of area, then the left hand side of our defence, it certainly doesn't help the situation. But we conceded goals too easy today, that's for sure, which we haven't done in the past, and it's most unlike us to give away opportunities like that. So it is baffling and it is disappointing, and we'll have to work on that. But I was going to give the players Monday off, but not now, they're in. So we'll work hard, and that's what we'll try and do. We'll work and work and work, and drill and drill and drill, and we'll see where we go.
You're remiss of me not to ask Terry again. January transfer window, the media have linked you with enough players to build a brand new side out of. Any progression on anything?
Well, we've made progression, but we'll certainly try and conclude that this week if we can. With the numbers being down, it's imperative now that we do get 1 or 2 in, so that's what we'll try and do.